You're right, guys, it's Capgun Tom here, and welcome to episode number 26 of Deploying Dortmund. Now, we had a bit of an issue in the last episode. We won or lost 3 out of our 5 games. Not very good going, I know, and it's put us in a bit of a sticky situation as to actually staying in Division 1. Having won it so many times, I didn't think this was ever going to be a problem, but we are quite close to getting relegated from the division. We need to win 1 game from our remaining 3 games, so that is going to be the focus of this episode, to make sure we stay in this division and not get knocked out. Now, if you're looking to buy some Ultimate Team coins, go and check out FIFAUTonline.com. Their link is down in the description. They're a fast, cheap and reliable coin service. So, we're going to go find ourselves a game. We are currently using a pretty strong looking team. I mean, we've got lots of informs. We're using the 5 at the back formation, 2-2-1. And we've got Aubameyang up front today because I think Lewandowski is a bit tired. We have got the inform Lewandowski. So, you know, the team is coming together and we're going to buy another informed player today to strengthen our squad. But you'll have to wait to see who that is. So we're coming up against a 4-1-2-1-2 BPL team. We end up going behind very quickly. It's becoming a real problem that we are conceding so many goals in the first few minutes of games, because it really does put you on the back foot. So maybe I need to, maybe go defensive to start the game off, make sure that we don't go behind, and sort of like consolidate my position so I can work my way into the game a bit slower. However, saying that, he ended up going and scoring another goal against me with David Luiz, but then he got company sent off, and this guy was actually a nightmare to play against because he was so good at doing this. Although this is not a good example of it, he was very good at rushing out and stopping the ball or taking the ball off my players as soon as they received it. Despite him having a player sent off, he still went 3-0 up, which was a bit of a nightmare. We managed to pull one back, but it was too little too late. And as I said, he was very good at rushing me, and it was something that happened a lot on FIFA 11, I think it was. You literally held the A button and your defenders would just conservative tackle people and run into the back of them. They would literally just bulldoze them over and get the ball, and that's what it felt like. It felt like I was playing FIFA 11 in that game because he was very, very good at it, and he just completely pounded me. So, not a good start. Still looking for that win. We've got 2 games to do it in. We're going to go try it in our next game. We're coming up against a 3-4-2-1 BPL team. He's got Young, he's got Hazard, he's got Walcott. And Walcott was a pain in the arse. As you see, he gets an assist early on. And as you see, another early goal. Just gotta get this out of my game, because this is going to be a real problem if this continues. However, we did manage to level it up 1-1 at this point. And we had actually been an absolutely dominant force in this game. You'll see the stats at the end of it. And despite me dominating the guy, he ends up winning. He gets an extra goal from Walcott there in the 56th minute. Then he manages to score again. Don't know how this one goes in. It just goes everywhere, eventually coming back to his player, and he puts it in with Juan Mata. So there you go. Bit unfortunate. And we lose 3-1. So now we're in a really, really, really bad position. We have to win our last game to stay in the division, and I do not want to go down to Division 2. You can see what I mean about domination. We ended up having like 20 shots, he had 7. We had 14 on target, he had 6. We had 57% of the possession, and it's just how FIFA works a lot of the time. It just doesn't work. That's the point of FIFA. It's supposed to be a skill game, but how is it a skill game when you can, have results go that way when you really should be winning? So we can see the league table there, and we are going to go off and make a signing to reinforce our team, give us some extra drive in this next game to take us into another season in Division 1, and it is going to be inform Matt Hummels. It is the last unique inform signing of this entire team. That's it. I mean, all the others are second informs, man of the matches, and team of the season players. We've got all the informs that are unique to the team. So there you go, that's all of them. Sad moment, but it does mean that we can go on and start signing some of the second informs, third informs. Third informs? Are there any third informs? No. Second informs, man of the matches, and team of the season. So Hummels is in the squad, you see there, in the centre-back position, and we get a check mark next to his name. The list is looking pretty complete. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 informs, 2 man of the matches, and 3 team of the seasons to go. So that's like 10 signings. Could potentially have that done in the next, I don't know, 15 episodes or so. So, our next game is going to be against this guy, and it is the important one, the all-important game, and he is using a 4-3-1-2 Juventus team. I was quite happy to see it. He is using Frey in goal, though, the only position that's not actually a Juventus player. So I was quite happy to see this, because Juventus, great team, but not the strongest team if you use a full team of them. And I was like, yes, we could maybe win this one. We end up having loads and loads of chances, and I thought that my luck was out when Goetze went and got himself a red card just before half time. I was like, oh man, this is not my day. We're going to get relegated. But we had a chance, and somehow the keeper came out, he banged up my player, and we got a free kick for it. And I was like, Royce isn't on the field, we usually get him to take the free kicks for us. But instead, I thought, we'll use Błaszczykowski. It's in the range where you can power drive it. And he's got 90 power. So here we go. He absolutely bangs it into the back of the net. Well done, Błaszczykowski. Very good going. And it does mean that we are going to take down the 3 points in this game. Because we hung on till the end. And we are going to stay in Division 1. What a relief that is. Hopefully, we're going to go in and we're going to have a much more successful time next season. Because this one has been an absolute nightmare. We lost 6 of our 10 games, and when our record is something like what is it, like 70 for 15 or something at the start of this division, we can't be, that's not acceptable in my book. I really should be winning the majority of my games, but thankfully we're still in the division to give it another crack this season. So we're going to start up a new division, and you can see the team there looking pretty fly. We're going to go into it and see who we come up against. So we're coming up against Hallelujah, a rubbish team. He's got loads of they're all non-rare golds, and they're getting no chemistry with each other at all. So I was pretty happy, thought we could do some damage, and that did turn out to be the case. We got a goal with Błaszczykowski, I think is how the commentators say it in this game. So Błaszczykowski is what I really should be saying. We end up getting 2 with Błaszczykowski. Again, 2 minutes later, we got another goal. He really should have had a hat-trick, Błaszczykowski, but he actually failed to complete his hat-trick. Royce got one in the 53rd, and we just continued to pile on the pressure against this guy. We end up getting a cross that goes into Lewandowski's head, who gets a goal for himself. So all of our attackers have now scored. Lewandowski makes it 2 for his tally, and makes it 5 for the team. And then he manages to complete his hat-trick in the late stages of the game, going through and popping it underneath the goalkeeper to make it 6-0, and we do take down a convincing result. Pretty happy about that. It's about time we got some goals on our score sheet and some good points in the bank. So there we go, we're taking away 3 from our first game in the division. Let's hope we can continue that on into the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. If you could drop it a like, that'd be fantastic. But other than that, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I will see you all next time.